We've heard that people saying that they heard gunshots. They saw someone walking in with an AR-15 gun. We do know that at least 2 people have been shot.
I feel like it's a real mental health issue out here.
They're just being moved around in that very, very active scene. Again, a massive police presence. We're hearing a lot of information coming in, drips and drabs. At least 2 people, again, have been shot. This is out on 52nd and Park Avenue. Wondering if we can go to any of our reporters there on the scene and see if we can get a little bit more witness accounts. Okay, we don't have any reporters, but what we have been hearing is that it's been a very scary situation. Again, just to paint a picture of where this is, this is Midtown Manhattan, a very busy area in terms of the...
Sorry to pause that. Not gonna lie, guys. It's getting crazy out here. Every 5 seconds we're hearing about a mass shooting. Why is that? Like, are we really going through like some type of spiritual warfare? Because the same thing similar to this just happened in Newark yesterday. Well, all of this happened the same day. You know, this happened in Manhattan, another shooting in New York, then a shooting in Newark, New Jersey. You know, a guy had his baby in his hand. He was, shooting at the police, all kind of stuff. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So, I'm gonna let this play, but I'm gonna also say this. Mental health is very important. If you need help, go get the help. I know in the black community, you get frowned upon when going to see therapy or going to the psychiatrist, but I had to do it, and I did it, so you can do it too. Let me get started.
There's an MTA station, subway station right there, 53rd and Lexington. You have a number of corporate businesses there. This all unfolding in the middle of rush hour and people getting out of their offices. So let's get back to Kendall Green, who's on the scene. Kendall, looks like you've got a witness there.
Yeah, you were evacuated from the building right across the street. You were watching from a corner building. When you saw everything unfolding, talk to me about what happened, what you see.
Well, I work across the street here at 399 Park, which is 2 blocks away from where the shooting.
And if you ain't here right now, please hit the subscribe. Please stay updated with me. I'm going to continue to just voice my opinion about everything that I see.
2 blocks away, so
this is mental health. This is not only mental health. This got to do with the spiritual warfare that we're dealing with in the community right now.
How many different businesses are right there where you are?
There's...
Yeah, it's my birthday today I turned 30. A few years ago, I showed them my face.
Well, they were telling us not to evacuate. They were telling us to shelter in place and get away from the windows because they didn't know where the shooter was.
Trying to build my spirits up, get outside, call my mother.
That was evacuated right across, and he was told to shelter in place because that active shooting was going on. So, yeah, definitely shaking up people here in this area.
Yeah, all right, Kendall, thank you so much. And look at this. We just got a picture in of the suspect. In his hand, looks like that is an AR-15, or at least an assault rifle.
Like, what got to be going through your head to go and do something like this?
Hedge funds, law firms.
What got to be going through your head to go and do something like this?
Park Avenue, Midtown Manhattan.
This
is a picture now.
This probably not just mental health. This might just be
2 people have been shot. That
soulless, spiritless.
Was one of the men who was evacuated to
they keep saying he was making fake clones and all kind of stuff. People that's running around like straight NPCs. Might sound crazy.
30 to 45 minutes.
Come on, you gotta have no spirit, no soul,
that people
no heart.
had to shelter in place. So while this is all unfolding, really towards the end of the workday for a lot of people in that area, and so many businesses in that one building too, high-end hedge funds, law firms, banks again. So quite an active scene, a lot of police in that area, understandably so. It's a very active scene, 52nd between Park and Lexington Avenue.
Yeah, hit that
Let's go back to Linda Schmidt, who, when we last checked in with her, she was being moved due to that active scene. So Linda, any new updates of what you can share with us? I know you're with Matt Anonymous right now, who was walking by when he heard some of this scene unfold.
That's right. He actually shot some of the video that you guys have probably been showing on the air and also streaming. We are located right now. We're at Lexington and 50th, where this happened, and they pushed us back. Where this happened is one block that way, 51st, and about halfway up the block. And it was one of the side entrances to the building. Now, Matt, who works with us, we've worked with each other for more than 20 years, he was on his way home from work. And so, Matt, I want you to describe, because not many people
Cop shot in Manhattan.
what you got to
That's
see.
crazy.
Talk to me about it.
Yeah, guy in North, he was shooting
walking
at the
home,
police.
going to Grand Central, take the train home, and about 6:20.
You know what really be bothering me? I'm keeping real. All this demonic imagery and all this occult imagery from celebrities. Like, what are y'all doing? This is not shock value. Y'all trying to summon some crazy energy that you might not really understand. Consciousness. You know, when we dream, when we sleep, all this stuff is like.
I saw officers with their guns drawn.
It's gonna sound crazy. We don't really understand this reality. So when you play with occult imagery or all this stuff like that, you can end up calling some crazy stuff to yourself. That's why we say a lot of celebrities dying left and right. I just don't think these people are just dropping dead just to drop dead, because I don't see that.
They ended up going into the side.
We're really in spiritual warfare right now. Like, this is real spiritual warfare. People don't understand that.
People looked like they walked in the building, running out, and then 4 officers came out, and they were carrying what looked like to me another officer that looked injured. They were carrying him by arms and legs, and carrying him to an ambulance or to a police car.
They were running, basically.
Yeah, and it went on for a while because the police had their guns drawn for a long time, and they kept, nobody knew what to do, so people were just still ignoring about 51st Street. I did hear a few gunshots, and then officers started flooding the area and then pushing people back, and that's where we are right now. More than ambulance and officers just started coming into the area.
And now you and I have seen, because one of our colleagues was able to
Nothing
get
is
a
wrong
picture of
with
the
going to
suspect.
get
There's
help
2
if
pictures
you're
of
dealing
him.
with something
And he
mentally.
looks like a guy,
Make sure
it
you
looks like
like,
he's around
save,
late
subscribe
30s,
for
early
more
40s. He's
updates.
wearing dark
Like I had
sunglasses.
said,
He's got
I'm going
black
to be
curly hair.
reacting
He
to
looks
everything.
be
So if you want me to
like he's
react to
dressed like
something,
a hip
send
guy,
it to
and
me.
he's wearing
It
a
could be,
blazer,
I don't care if it's
a
political,
collared shirt that's either
street
white or light
politics,
blue,
anything.
jeans
If I have
and
an opinion
sneakers.
on it,
And he is
I'm
carrying
going to present it
what
on
is-
here,
what
and I'm going to
has,
speak about how, I'm
told
going to
us
speak
is
on
an
how I
AR-15
feel,
carrying
on how I feel
this.
about it.
Now,
You
I
know
don't know
what I
if you
mean?
can see.
You know what I'm trying to say.
An AR-15 would go from like here on me up to about here. In broad daylight, walking down Park Avenue and going through an esplanade that is normally a very busy area at that time of night because people are on their way home from work. And you're in Midtown, lots of financial industries here along Park Avenue. Walking
We gotta be going
and
through your
walking with
mind or
purpose.
something
And
like
you
this,
can see the intenseness on his face. He was on his way to do something. And you get the same feel looking at those pictures.
I mean, that area was wide open too, so walking with an AR-15 down Park Avenue, you wonder if he got out of a car right there or how far he was walking. It was a big, wide open area, and there's nobody else around him, and you can see from that security photo, it's just
Like,
him.
what the hell gotta be going through your head?
And
What gotta be going through your head?
I'm taking videos. I talked to one
I'm about
of the
to, like, come on, that's some straight demonic shit, yo.
She saw somebody walking in.
I know I was saying it was mental health. This is demonic.
That's what she told this
This
gentleman.
is the
Well, the
devil.
building that we're talking about again is right around
Because
the block
why?
from where we are. 2 of
And
the
the funny thing about it,
primary,
not funny,
businesses that are in that building.
the
They
messed up part about it is,
when she was
it's
reporting
gonna be
that they
more,
told
it's gonna
their
be way more of
employees to
this.
shelter in place
Look what
and
just
all of this
happened
was
in Newark.
happening.
Dude
And
had a
also last
baby
year on the
in his hand, and he was shooting at the police
Again, this is
yesterday.
happening here in Midtown. Lots
That's
of
real
financial
life.
companies here. They're not just
And then this was going on at the same time. What's going on?
Nobody knows at this point.
There's
who
things
this
about
person
this
is, who the
universe, about
suspect
this
is,
world
but
that
it
we
is
really
being
don't
reported
understand.
that he killed
Because that's
himself
just
on
too,
the 33rd
that's just
floor.
too similar.
So
There's
he went
3
in,
incidents in the
he
same
went
day that got
to do
involved
something.
in
We don't know
police
what
shooting.
floor that he did that on.
That's
But we are
crazy.
hearing that the moment that he entered the building that he started firing. That's what we are hearing. But
People
again,
really
so
losing their
much of this
minds.
information, this is breaking news.
Niggas
This
busting
just
shots like that
happened
lost their
around
mind.
10
Look,
to
24
6
to life, ain't lost their mind.
As the night
I'm
progresses.
sorry.
What we do
I'm just a
know
goofy person.
is that there is a suspect. He has killed himself, and multiple people were shot. Now, I just want to take a look here real quickly at what they were saying here with the Associated Press. Associated Press reporting at least 2 people. The AP is reporting at least 2 people, including a New York City police officer, have been shot in a Manhattan office building. that a person
By the way,
familiar with
Bert.
the matter tells the Associated Press. We don't know the conditions of any of these people at this particular time. But you know, you
I heard the New York Pigeons don't care about nothing.
every day at work.
I heard they'll walk right up on you.
You got your earphones on, like so many people today, even on the subway, really not paying attention, because it's just how we live our lives now. And then this happened. So, well, you know, tell me more about how you're feeling
I'll
about
tell
it.
you, I won't wear the headphones where it kind of muffles the sound ever again, because you have to be alert when you're walking down the street, because you just don't know.
You just happen to walk straight up to the person that's being interviewed.
Who knows what could have happened if I was.
Come on, I know they see that camera camera person right there.
I was right there when the gunman was walking by. It seems that I was lucky enough that I walked past the area before the gunman came past me. So it's just luck on my part, but certainly with the headphones on.
When they talk about aliens exist and all this
Thanks so
weird
much. I
going
appreciate it.
on.
Okay, Natasha, back to you.
All right, Linda,
There's
just a
just so much
terrifying ordeal
going on right
unfolding
now.
there in
Like,
Midtown
what's gonna be
Manhattan.
next? They're
We
gonna
do
tell
wanna
us
let you
that
know NYPD
aliens is
officials
here and they're
said
coming
that
out
the
the
scene
skies.
is
Like,
contained,
what's
the
about to
intruder
happen
has
next?
been neutralized. Happily, the
What's
special
going to
report
happen
there.
next?
Thank you so
Somebody,
much for
please
joining
tell me
us.
what y'all think is going to happen next. You can drop a comment. You could comment in the chat or in the comments. Cop shot in Midtown office building.
All right, and we continue coverage of a Midtown Manhattan shooting here on Fox Local. We're streaming live. So what we do know is that at least 2 people have been shot in a Midtown Manhattan building. This is on East 52nd between Park Avenue and Lexington Avenue. Sources say that the shooter has killed himself. We're still learning more information. Again, this has all been unfolding. We first started hearing about this sometime after 6 p.m. A lot of witness reports paint a very scary situation, and we
What
even
really
have
gotta be
pictures
going through y'all
of the
mind? Like, y'all
suspect.
really gotta be
We
sick
kind of
to
just
sit there and
walking,
really just.
striding
I'm about to go in
into
this
this
building
area
first.
of Park Avenue and East
What's
52nd
going
Street
on?
with an AR-15
People got
along his
kids.
side.
You
So
got
at this point,
families, you got
NYPD
mothers
tells
and
us that
dads,
the
all
scene
kinds
has
of
been
stuff. Like,
contained,
who
and
are
the shooter
you
has been
to say
neutralized,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
take
still a
somebody's
very
life?
active
Who
scene
are you?
out there. A lot of police presence. A lot of the area has been shut down. We've got a number of reporters on the scene as well. Linda Schmidt, Kendall Green, who've been reporting and grabbing some witnesses to talk about what they're saying. One person telling us that they heard gunshots popping. They also saw that shooter walking into the building with an AR-15. This is a look from Skybox right now, live over the scene. Officers look to be
mental health
searching
is
the vehicle.
a real thing. Like I said,
It's
if
very,
it's not
very
mental
active
health, it's
scene.
just straight demonic.
We're kind of
Like,
getting all the details right
I
now.
don't
Still
know how
very
to,
large
another way
police
to put it.
presence.
If it's not
What we do
mental
know
health
is 2
issues,
people have been
it's just
shot, at
they
least 2
being
people,
taken over by
including a
demonic
police
spirits or
officer,
demonic
and this has
entities or
sparked a
something.
massive police presence. We know
All
that
this
this
killing,
is
all
a
this senseless
very
killing don't
busy
make no
area in
sense.
terms of commercial businesses, big hedge funds, law firms, banks. You think about this around 6:10 with this all unfolding towards the end of the workday, and there's a big MTA station in the area as well, 53rd and
Make
Lex.
sure y'all
People
subscribe.
at the end of
Make
their
sure y'all
day
like
heading
this video. I
home, so
won't be.
this sparked a shelter in place for a lot of the businesses in that building.
I will be doing a
One
reaction
person
to
who we
all
talked to said
everything.
that he was
Every last thing
evacuated
that be
for
going on,
30 to
I'm doing
45
reactions.
minutes. So as you can imagine, a very scary ordeal with people hearing gunshots, with people even seeing
And
the
yes, I
shooter
speak up
walking
for the
in
people as
with
well.
an
So you got any
AR-15.
situations that you
Let's
feel
get
like
out to Kendall Green,
need to
who
be
is live in
broadcasted
that
to the world.
area. Kendall,
Oh my
it's
God.
still a very active scene
they
behind
had-
you. What
I
can you
got
tell us?
Instagram, TikTok.
Good evening, Natasha. It's
Well,
we're
obviously
here
my
on
YouTube
Park and
right now.
54. Just gotta give you a look
Instagram
right now. You see
actually
a
have an
bunch of
issue
people.
with it,
They
but
were
you know.
inside a building that's pretty close
Yeah,
to
good
where
spirits
everything
make it that
unfolded.
bad.
They're now being
Not posting nothing but
evacuated.
positive
Several folks
content.
in that situation who were working in this building at the time, they tell me they were told to be in a shelter in place because there was an active shooter going on. And I talked to a few people out here that are waiting for loved ones, just wanted them to make sure that they're okay. But one of the witnesses we spoke with earlier, he said he was in a court.
Real quick, and the people be mad about my videos, how I constantly make videos about telling these kids, stop shooting, stop killing, stop getting in these cars, stop stealing people's cars, stop robbing, stop doing all this stuff. It's repetitive, bro. Why you keep saying the same thing? Why you keep making the same messages? Because you never know which one is going to get picked up in the algorithm. You never know who's going to see it and say, you know what, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I am tripping. Maybe I am bugging, man. I seen that message at the right time, right when I was going to snap. You never know who's saying that. So I feel like that makes me feel like I'm fighting evil when I'm posting these videos, posting this content that's saying, look, put the guns down. If you need mental health help, you can go and get it. It's resources out here. It's help out here. Whatever you need help with, we got YouTube University. We got Google, we got so much stuff, but let me get back to
the building that's about maybe a block over, just from the corner from where this all happened. And one of the managers, or law enforcement, they told him that they need to be in place, and he looked outside from, I think, the 30th floor, he recalled, and he saw the danger inside. But as AP has reported, at least 2 people, including New York police officers, were shot on Monday in Midtown office building that houses some of the country's top financial firms and National Football League, and includes the National Football League. And police haven't immediately identified any victims, but we spoke with one of the witnesses here who says he saw some of those victims that were in a black.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
I believe
I'm going to continue to react to
that actual car.
All of these, anything that's going on in the city, and anywhere, New York, wherever it's at, I'm going to post my reactions. Please subscribe, like, share.
Maybe early, once the shooting happened, he heard about 5 officers, and then from there, this is the scene. You have dozens, I mean, maybe they say hundreds are out here lining Park Avenue, and this is with a bunch of businesses, banks, firms, and like I said, including
the NFL, and sick in the head.
Witnesses who just really
want to go in the building with an AR pistol and shoot up people. Like, what really got to be going through your head? I know I done said that a million times, but this is because I just don't understand. Like, how do you just say, I'm about to take this AR pistol, go in this building, and start shooting people? Like, you have a mother, you have a father, you have siblings, you got members, you got people in your family that you love.
A business suit with sunglasses, just walking into this
I'm sick of
very
this killing
busy.
stuff, yo. I'm tired of it.
And you can see the AR-15. It's just unbelievable. All those people around him too. What's your take? What's the? I guess are there still people out there just in shock?
Yeah, I'll show you. We want to show you some of the folks. If you look in this area, you can see folks are lining this sidewalk where police have moved us back, and some of them have been looking at pictures.
If you got anything that you want me to react to, you got anything that you want me to speak up about, just message me on here, message me on TikTok, that's one kid problem _. This stuff needs to stop, and I'm going to be one to speak up about it. I'm going to keep making content, trying to get the youth to stop stealing cars, stop just doing all of this stuff. I'll be trying to tell them that don't let them circumstantial problems, the things that you're going through right now, don't let it trick you into doing something when you risk your freedom. Don't do nothing that's going to put your freedom at risk. That's what I promote. Because I get tired of seeing stuff like this. I post so much because I kind of wanted to reach this person. So he's like, oh shit, this dude right here saying, don't react off emotion. Maybe that would have stopped this. That's why I ask people, though, when you see my positive videos, just comment, engage, share, just show love. Because you just never know who could be the next victim of anything, man.
He said they weren't in.
It's crazy.
They didn't appear to be alive.
Same thing happened in Newark.
There was also maybe
shooting at a cop with a baby in hand. It's crazy.
And that may have been the start of it. So we're not sure how, if that's the exact connection here, but he told me that was a bank.
Subscribe, y'all. I'm out of here. My phone about to die.
People were there. He assumed that those were the perpetrators involved with that.